Hey guys, welcome back to the Shire, and welcome back to part 2 of my water rain team-ish. So, last time we got our Politoed, our Poliwrath, and our Manectric. So today, I am going to go over the last 3 guys I would put on a water team. So, let's go and jump into it. So I was thinking, and another guy I could add would be good and synced with water team would be a fan favorite, Blastoise. But sorry about that, I had some technical difficulties. But anyway, Blastoise. He's a fan favorite. I'm sure if you played the original games that you obviously never remember who Blastoise was. So once I believe it was 5th or 6th generation came out, he got another ability which is under its hidden ability, Rain Dish. The Rain Dance is active. The Pokemon heals 1/16 of its max HP each turn. So therefore, we'll just run with that. And I believe, let's see. Normally, it's not a bad idea to run 2-ish Megas on your team. So I think I'm gonna go. This guy ended up getting a Mega Blastoise Knight. So, and the Mega Blastoise's ability is called. Let me just pull him up. B-L-A-S-T. Come on. B-L-A-S. Blastoise is Mega Launcher. Stupid ability, but this Pokemon's Pulse moves have 1.5 times power. Heal Pulse is 3/4 of the max. Okay, so in meaning, a move like Aura Sphere, pulsing move, gets more power. In turn, a G Dragon Pulse gets more power, and I believe WATER Water Pulse gets 1.5 times power, and PULSE. Let's see what else we got. Dark Pulse, more power. Dragon Pulse, Water Pulse, and as is. So, on this guy, why is my computer going so slow today? Anyway, this guy, Blastoise Knight, Rain Dish is its hidden ability. I would highly go for it because you're going to have to do a little breeding to get it, but it will totally be worth it. So I'm going to go Dragon Pulse. No, I'm not going to give it Water Pulse because I have another move I can give it. And Dark Pulse, I would give it, along with... Those are egg moves, though, so you might have to do extra breeding as well. But personally, I think it's all completely worth it. So I'm going to give it Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. I didn't say that in the correct order, but I'm going to give it... it's more on the side of a special attacker, so I'm going to go with Hydro... Wow, I did not realize that. I'm gonna go Hydro Pump because I don't really know how often you'll be using Hydro Pump, but it's still got a stab move and it's relatively decent. I believe it might be 100% accuracy in the rain, but I'm not sure. So don't quote me if that's not what happens. I have actually never either. There we go. Rain Dance. Give it Rain Dance in case you end up needing to reset that up, because in case Politoed runs out and you're out of the Politoed. But chances are that's not going to happen. And why does this guy have... Okay, this guy has EVs that I did not set for him. So, he is going to be decently defensive. So, go ahead and invest in the HP. Let's see, he's got a relatively good special attack, so looks 96, looks good. I'm gonna give it a Modest Nature. Oh, I'm sorry, that's special defense. Oops. There you go, 80. Yeah, 270 looks about good. Want it to hit, plus Dark Pulse, plus Stab, which is same type attack bonus. Gets an extra, I don't know what the number is, but it gets extra damage if it's the same type. Dark Pulse gets extra because of the ability for Mega, and it's just a good all-around attack, and Dragon Pulse gets extra damage because of the ability. So, now, I believe I will finish it off with spreading the EVs about even on the defense and special defense. Now, you could go give it more in the special defense, and since electric moves are normally special moves, so you could just go give it all in that, which honestly I think I'll do that because that seems to be a little bit more on the... Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. And there's my Blastoise. And you do not have to have everybody being being a water type, so I'm gonna go with, I guess I can go with somebody else. Let's see, who do I want to play around with? Let's see, preferably somebody who's not a water type, who's fun to use. And these will mostly be doubles. So let's see. Who's fun to use? Let's see. Hold on. No, sorry, I was talking to somebody. Sylveon. This is actually a relatively good Pokemon to use. This is a Fairy type. So, let's see. Ability. Pixelate. Normal type moves become Fairy type moves. This ability works very, very well with a specific attack. Hyper. Hyper Voice. 90 power. Accuracy. Turns into Fairy type move. Hits both foes because VGC matches are played doubles, so they will have two Pokemon you will be up against. So, therefore, you become Stab along with Pixelate in both opponents. Very, very good move. And let's see. Change my choice specs. Hold their special attack is 1.5 and only selects the first move executes. Therefore, you will most likely be using Hyper Voice, so that's really not going to affect you all that much. Couple other moves you can get it. Let's see. There's a couple other things that I had seen. Where are they? Oh, there we go. Calm Mind's relatively good because it's relatively buffy, so you give it Calm Mind. You don't have to run it with the choice specs. There's other options. There are plenty of other options out there to run it with. So, oh, there we go. LIF. I really don't want to give it that because it could be possibly very annoying with it. Let's go with a SIT Citrus Berry. There we go. Restores 1/4 max HP when at half max HP or less, single use. Very, very good item. There we go. Calm Mind, Hyper Voice. Let's go ahead and Shadow Ball. I'm trying to think. Can Shadow Ball be effective against? I don't really think there's many that it could be highly used against. You could do Substitute. You could go Toxic. Kind of got a Substitute guy, so I guess I could run Toxic. Doesn't seem like a bad idea now. I'm taking my first shot at this. I am not a pro at this game, but I play it purely for the fun of it. So I would not fully know what to give it. I'm gonna go as the last move, give it Protect, and for the EVs, as you can see, it's relatively bulky, so you could give it a You could run it in bulk, completely, just go HP, then give it a lot more into that defense, give it some of the special defense. You see its special defense is 300. Yeah, you see its special defense is almost 300, and that's purely just, so give it like a 300 defense, I see, and run the rest of it like defense-wise. That's like almost 2 maxed out stats, and your defense is all really, really good. And you can see its regular defense isn't too amazing, so. And then you could give it a modest nature, just so it can hit hard with that attack. You don't have to have it going necessarily fast. You could run it with something else. You could give it investment into the speed if you wanted to, but I'm hoping this guy can take a hit, dish it back out, so on. So let's move on to our last guy. Now, I haven't even thought of a 6th Pokemon to use for it. We've got 3 guys that can take use of the rain, so I'm going to look for one more guy that just can be used there for support. And I guess if I'm looking for something supportive, I know plenty of guys that could actually be used for support. I really don't know if I should run a support on this team, though. It could be useful. Let's see. Let's run support guy. Who do I like on support more? Okay, let's go Klefki, one of my favorites. Klefki I would run under support, but I don't see him being hugely supportive on this kind of, with a rain team. Another good supportive would be Barrowthorn. Yeah, I guess we can go with this guy. I'll go with Barrowthorn. I'd go Iron Barbs, making so basically an attack, physical attack, which is an attack, not a special attack, an attack, would make the Pokemon that hits it take damage. Run it with either a Rocky Helmet, which will make it lose extra which will make it take extra damage, or you can run it with Leftovers, which will bring its HP back. It's mainly up to you. I normally run it with. I don't really have a choice. I always throw it up in the air and just choose at the last second. So I'm going to run it with a. I don't know why I did that. Leftovers. And move-wise, you don't want to give this guy attacking moves for the most part. You want to give this guy support moves. So Inform. Leech Seed. Thunder Wave, which will definitely make you hit somebody with Thunder Wave, it will like basically have their speed or give it like a 15% decrease. So you're able to do that. Your Sylveon will most likely be able to start getting hits faster than your opponent. There we go. Stealth Rock, which you put these bad boys down. When your opponent throws another Pokemon out, it will take damage from the rocks poking into it. You could do that, or you could run it with Spikes, which you can throw multiple layers down and they'll take more damage for each layer. Stealth Rock does more damage depending on how weak they are to rock typing. And one last move, you can run either Gyro Ball, which gives the attack more power the slower the user is to the target. So say you're fighting a incredibly fast Pokemon like a Manectric, you will do a relatively good amount of damage to it. Or a fast Fairy type, you will do really good amount of damage to it, because I believe Fairy are weak to Steel. I take that back. I know they're weak to Steel. With this guy, you don't want him. Obviously you can see the speed. He's not going to be attacking first at all. So give it to his HP. I would go his special attack because he's relatively weak to fire types, and that can make him very, very vulnerable. So give him at least like a 300, and then you can put the rest in defense if you want, which actually is about having it. So you could go 100 and then something like that. I'm going to give him a, let's see, let's go calm. No, not calm, because he's got Jarrowall. Special defense, there we go. Special defense up, special attack down. And that's my water team. And I have plenty more teams that I could do. If you guys enjoyed this, I will be hopefully posting a battle video, me using this team soon, if not along with this video. But I will do my best, and if you guys enjoyed this, I can come up with more teams that I can easily put up. So let me know down in the comments, or I guess contact me directly on Twitter at Shire Gaming, or if you're on my Steam, contact me through there, or if you know me via Miiverse or some other form of, let's see, my Steam, I believe, is Celtic54. Yes, Celtic Vortex. I believe it's Celtic54. I have a picture of Arkham Knight on it, so just so you know, my Miiverse is, and Nintendo Network ID is Celtic, and my Twitter is at Shire Gaming. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next time.